Once again, a reminder to parents that some scenes could be considered unfit for children. Tonight, the community responds. Local residents and social workers tell Lauren Honigman that there is a need to help these teenagers find a new life away from the streets.
Hello.
Hi, John. How you doing, sweetie?
All right.
So, what's been happening, John?
Not too much. A lot of garbage going down on the street.
This is Street Outreach Services, or SOS, a government-funded organization trying to get the hustlers off the street. A place where the hooker can call home base, become aware of potential bad tricks, talk with a counselor, and learn about alternatives.
We have the Street Works program, and that's where the street workers are out on the street. 6 days a week we have street workers out there from 1 o'clock in the afternoon until 1 o'clock in the morning. And they're out there making contact with kids, letting them know that the resources are available to them.
Me, I just want to let you know who I am and that we're out here, 6 nights a week. I'm surprised I've never met you before. Have you been working very long?
No, I got a job, man.
You working full-time?
Part-time.
So you're supplementing your income?
I'm working 6 days a week.
Yeah. We could refer him on for job or training. We could assist him in getting welfare if he was interested in welfare, but this isn't, again, a typical case that is in need of getting welfare or anything like that. He's got a job and he's got the skills to get a job. A lot of the kids that we meet don't have any job skills.
Normally, Al Charney would be cruising the track with another street worker, making contact with as many hustlers as they can.
Okay, well, if anything comes up, if you get busted, you need a lawyer or something like that, or you want to know where to get a physical, or you need a place to stay or anything like that, you give a shot, it could help you out with that kind of stuff. Got enough safes for the night? Need a couple? Make sure you're using them, eh? You can get AIDS also, eh? Okay. Take care, eh? See ya. Do you want to go down to a hostel, clean hostel? There's one on Queen Street, really clean, just opened up, only men, 15 to 24 years old, no?
Yeah.
So where? Tricks? Same with dates?
No, they don't pay nothing still.
Better than a parking lot.
Unlike the female prostitutes, the male hookers have not had to put up with concerned citizens trying to get them off the street. Until recently, this track was composed mainly of businesses that were closed at night. But all that's changing. People living and working in this area have decided to get together to put the pressure on. A few weeks ago, the first ever meeting of concerned citizens about male hookers took place here at the YMCA, and we were there.
Have taken by having this meeting tonight is to get together with your fellow residents, the businesses, the institutions on your particular street to address the issue.
Boosted by Ward 6 Councillor Jack Layton, the forum gave people in the area their first chance to voice their concerns about male hustlers.
The man who got into the car.
The man who, and the dog drove away.
And the car drove away.
Could you identify that particular individual?
I could have given you the license number, and I could have given you probably something about the general appearance.
What we have to look for, though, is positive identification. 100% positive identification.
I can't say what kind of people they are, but I do know that patients, tenants, as well as owner people come into the building and say, I'm not comfortable walking by those people that are sitting there.
We just weren't hearing, and now that we've started to hear, and I apologize for not having reacted earlier, but it just wasn't coming to us. And I think that your community, speaking out, will find that it gets the attention.
There's a sense of inevitability. We've watched the encroachment on our turf of the provincial government, of Metro YMCA, of the police, and I think a lot of us who've watched it for any length of time have known that the time has come.
I think that that'll just move the kids away, and they'll find another street that they can work on. I don't think it'll be eliminated, no. No, there are too many people out there to buy it. Too many men that want to buy these little boys.
Community concerns about prostitution, the subject of a meeting at City Hall tonight, and Jeff Ansell will be there, and he will bring you the story on City Pulse tonight at 10. Tomorrow on Part 5 of Boys for Sale, law enforcement along the track. Now to the weather, she said, with concentrated on female prostitution, and Lauren Honigman says that when it comes to male hustlers and clients, the police have a lot of catching up to do.
here for a minute. I want to talk to you. Come on here. Okay, just let me talk to you for a second.
Undercover officers cruising the male hooker track. While 52 Division's plainclothes unit has a presence here, the male hustler has been somewhat ignored in the crackdown on prostitution.
I think it's a matter of us putting our resources to where the demand is. And in the last 6 months, we've put all of our resources to deal with the female problem.
And the statistics speak for themselves. This year, the Morality Squad has arrested 398 female hookers, only 19 male prostitutes, 170 customers of females, compared with 1 customer of a male hooker, and 48 alleged pimps on the female side, only 1 regarding the males.
I know there's a concern about male hookers, but I don't receive complaints. I haven't received any complaints about male hookers.
There hasn't been the public pressure with respect to male prostitutes because they tend to be very localized in a fairly non-residential neighborhood. And so there haven't been very many complaints up until this point in time.
This is Philosopher's Walk at the University of Toronto, another place where male hookers are known to conduct their business. At one time, Metro Police patrolled this area, but not anymore. One officer I talked to who asked to remain anonymous gave me his reasons. There is no longer a police presence here.
We're basically told to stay away from Philosopher's Walk.
You were told to stay away from Philosopher's Walk?
It's been a source of embarrassment for the force in the past.
Why?
Just all kinds of people that shouldn't be arrested.
Arrest all kinds of people that shouldn't be arrested. What do you mean, like politicians?
People with a little bit of position.
A lot of problems in the past, eh? You can just...
When I first came up to the office, they just told us to stay away from it.
I just can't agree with that, the comment of that officer. There has been no order come down from this level, from the command level of this force, for officers to stay away from Philosopher's Walk. I can't recall anybody, and whether the person has influence or whatever, that doesn't stop the Metropolitan Toronto Police Force from charging that person if there's a criminal offense.
You're a police officer.
Very good. You're waiting for your mother.
Yeah.
Now, he was standing there in the corner. There's no way in the world you could have arrested him for anything, no?
No. He's doing nothing wrong.
Whether or not police consciously stay away from certain areas of the track is really of no concern to the boys for sale. The seduction of the quick buck will continue to draw the kids down here.
What would you say to some kid now who's maybe 16, 17, who's thinking, hey, look at all the money can be made there. I'm going to go out and do that.
Get a job. Forget this place, you know, it's no good.
Find out the alternatives, because it's stupid if they don't know what they're doing down here, if they don't have a steady life already. This is not going to help them get back on the road.
I've been on and off the street for a long time. I've been on and off the street for 5 years. I've slept in Allen Gardens Park. You know, I've gotten in trouble with the law, and I would say stay at home. Mommy loves you, stay at home. Definitely.
Lauren, what happens to these kids? Can they ever get away from the street, or, I mean, do they end up trying to kill themselves, or?
Well, no, a lot of them, they'll come out when they're younger, and as we showed in the series, they come from all different backgrounds. By the time a lot of them, though, are 23, 24, they're not going to make the same money that the 16 and 17-year-olds will make. So like any kids on the street, some of them will finally get off, get a job. Some of them will stay there. Look, we talked to people who are almost 30, 31 years old out there.
I understand that the police presence on the track is somewhat altered since you did the series.
Well, it was interesting. It's
the Morality Squad, and this is important, 52 Division, they have their plainclothes unit, they're out there. That's part of their beat. Morality Squad, they have been focusing solely on the female hookers up to this point, but interesting, last week we know they went out and arrested 10 male hookers out there.
All right, you've looked at the customers, you've looked at the pimps of male hookers. Do you think that there should be more severe penalties imposed?
Well, this is the problem. The meeting last night on prostitution, they said that courts aren't dealing with it. If they didn't have the customers, they wouldn't have the hookers, because it's the supply-demand. But the courts do come very hard on the pimps if they can be arrested.
Now, I know that you worked for 3 months in putting that series together.
And Cassandra Meggett, the associate producer, and the cameraman, we were out there a lot.
Well, to all of you, thank you. It was an excellent series.
Thank you.
Next week, Terrell Joe has a close-up series. It's called Dating Dilemmas, Conquering the Problem of Being Single and Without Love. And that's starting next week on Monday.